If it is so, then how does it believe in the whole idea of God? And how does it believe the whole idea of heaven or the hell? If it's so rational.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, sahabat muslim pesantren milenial semuanya. Dan salam sejahtera untuk Anda, sahabat non-muslim dimanapun Anda berada. Dalam sesi tanya jawab di acara ceramah Dr. Zakir Naik yang diselenggarakan di Mumbai, India, seorang penanya wanita non-muslim bernama Arti berterima kasih karena diberikan kesempatan untuk mendengarkan ceramah Dr. Zakir Naik dan memahami tentang Islam. Dari ceramah yang disampaikan Dr. Zakir Naik, secara umum Arti mengambil kesimpulan bahwa Islam adalah agama yang damai, ilmiah, dan rasional. Yang menjadi pertanyaan Arti, jika memang rasional, mengapa Islam percaya akan adanya Tuhan? Jika memang rasional, mengapa Islam percaya juga akan adanya surga dan neraka? Begitulah kurang lebihnya pertanyaan yang diajukan kepada Dr. Zakir Naik. Bagaimanakah Dr. Zakir Naik menjawab pertanyaan wanita non-muslim tersebut? Mari kita simak jawabannya dalam video berikut ini.
Myself Arti, I am a non-Muslim. I'd like to ask a question that, first of all, very thanks for and giving me this opportunity to listen to you and understand Islam. What I understood from your talk is mainly that it's a religion which believes in peace and harmony and scientific and rational beliefs. If it is so, then how does it believe in the whole idea of God? And how does it believe the whole idea of heaven or the hell? If it's so rational.
Sister has a question that she's heard the lecture. She's very happy to know Islam is a religion of peace. And it's a scientific religion, it's a rational religion. You're asking that if Islam is a rational religion, then how come it believes in God? It believes in heaven and hell? Sister, the only way you can believe in God is through science. Today, if I have to prove to an atheist, the only way I can prove is through the Quran with the help of science. The best tool I've got today. Previously, it was miracles, then came the age of literature and poetry. Every age, Quran is a miracle of miracles. It's a miracle of all times. So because of this, if you heard my talk, I've proved that because a person who believes in science, if he is rational, he will have to agree that Quran is the word of God. If he does not believe in science, if he is not rational, if he is not understanding, there's high chances he will not believe in the Quran. That's the reason I said today, science is not eliminating God, it is eliminating models of God. As far as science is concerned, the concept of God, most of the scientists, they believe in the existence of God today. Previously, according to Francis Bacon, it says that little knowledge of science makes you an atheist, but in-depth knowledge of science makes you a believer in God. Now coming to a second question about heaven and hell. Now if we analyze the Quran, whatever the Quran speaks about science, approximately you can say that 80% what the Quran speaks about science has been proved to be 100% correct. About the creation of the universe, about the shape of the earth, light of the moon, that the sun rotates and revolves, water cycles, geology, botany, etc. 80% of what the Quran speaks about science is 100% proved to be correct. The remaining 20%, it goes in the ambiguous slot. Neither right, neither wrong. So my logic says, when 80% is 100% correct, and the remaining 20% is neither right, neither wrong, not even 0.1% of the 20% has been proved to be wrong, my logic says that inshallah, God willing, even the 20% will be right. So heaven and hell, angels, jinn, science hasn't advanced that far. Today science has advanced maybe to understand 80% of the Quranic verses we speak about science. Tomorrow, maybe 50 years later, 100 years later, 200 years later, science will talk about heaven, will talk about hell, will talk about jinn. So my logic says, it's not an illogical belief, it's a logical belief. When 80% is 100% correct, and the remaining 20%, not even 0.1% is wrong. No scientist today can say that he can prove scientifically there is no hell. No scientist today can prove scientifically there is no heaven. He can say, I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it is not. It is ambiguous. So my logic says when 20% is ambiguous, neither right, neither wrong, when 80%, 100% correct, I being a scientific person, I being a rational person, I say that inshallah, God willing, even that 20% will be correct. That's the reason I believe in hell, I believe in heaven, and I also believe in the angels and the jinn. Hope that answers the question.
Dari video yang sudah kita saksikan tadi, Dr. Zakir Naik menjelaskan, satu-satunya cara untuk membuktikannya adalah dengan pencapaian ilmu pengetahuan sekarang ini dan mencocokkannya dengan Al-Quran. Al-Quran adalah mukjizat yang berlaku sepanjang zaman. Lebih lanjut, Dr. Zakir Naik menjelaskan, jika kita menganalisa Al-Quran, 80% yang Al-Quran sebutkan tentang ilmu pengetahuan telah 100% terbukti kebenarannya tentang penciptaan alam semesta, bentuk bumi, cahaya bulan, matahari yang berputar dan berotasi, siklus air, geologi, botani, dan lain sebagainya. Sedangkan sisanya yang 20% masih ambigu, belum tentu benar, belum tentu salah. Maka menurut logika Dr. Zakir Naik, jika 80%-nya adalah 100% benar dan sisanya yang 20% belum tentu benar, belum tentu salah, maka insya Allah yang 20% sisanya akan terbukti benar juga. Kembali Dr. Zakir Naik menjelaskan, ilmu pengetahuan saat ini belum semaju itu, belum bisa membicarakan surga, neraka, malaikat, jin, dan sebagainya. Mungkin 50 tahun lagi, atau bahkan 200 tahun lagi, ilmu pengetahuan sudah mampu bicara tentang surga, bicara tentang neraka, bicara tentang jin dan malaikat, dan lain sebagainya. Namun hingga saat ini, belum ada satupun ilmuwan yang bisa membuktikan secara ilmiah bahwa surga dan neraka itu tidak ada. Mereka hanya bisa mengatakan, oh, kami tidak tahu. Mungkin ada, mungkin juga tidak. Wallahu a'lam bishawab. Semoga video ini bermanfaat dan menambah wawasan bagi kita semuanya. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.